back live here at CIS26 in St. Lucia. Right now, we're sitting down with Bilal from SRM. So, Bilal, tell us first how you ended up in this industry.
Oof. So I actually come from a slightly different background. I first started off my career in banking as someone from the Middle East around, between 2011 to sort of later 2020, 2025. Obviously, this period was very intense in the region, conflicts, social movements, all that. So at the time, being in the private sector and in the corporate sector didn't feel right to me. I went and worked in the international development sector. I'm from a country that has been impacted by conflict for the past years, and I've worked on sort of conflict-affected countries as well. So I found myself then working in international development at the time due to that context. But then I felt I needed a change, a combination of burnout versus a desire to get new experience and other ways where I feel like I can contribute. So in a way, the due diligence world and sort of the risk world as well felt as a suitable entry point for me to combine my background in banking and international development. And so that's the backdrop behind me joining the sector.
Gotcha. So tell us a little bit about SRM then. What do you do for them, and who are your clients, and what makes you unique in this market?
So SRM is a due diligence company in the cybersecurity consultancy. We work with a variety of clients, banks, law firms, multinational corporations, and importantly for the line of work that I'm in, we work for governments that run citizenship by investment programs as well as residency by investment programs. So I'm the associate director of our investment migration practice. We've been in the industry for the past decade, serving our clients, which are the citizenship by investment programs, on analyzing the risk profiles of applicants to their programs, making sure that the risk profiles of these applicants do not affect or negatively impact the reputational integrity and the continuity of these programs. So we really understand the importance of the role that we play within this industry and have been having a lot of conversations in the plenary about this. And so where we come in, we feel like we can really contribute is as a specialist due diligence firm, we have access to a lot of tools at our disposal that can allow us to have a really broad understanding of the applicants. But more importantly, also, we have networks on the ground, people that come from the different places that the applicants come from. Our team is a very diverse one. They also have lived experiences from the countries that many applicants come from. So we really give that very nuanced and complex understanding of the applicants' backgrounds and allow our clients to cut through the noise to really understand, who are the people that are really becoming citizens of their countries.
Wonderful. So investment migration is at a real inflection point. How is SRM actively shaping the industry for the better, whether through innovation, client access, policy engagement, or the overall experience?
I mean, one thing I've learned in my work in this industry is that it's constantly changing. You will never get a break to sort of stop and settle into a sort of sense of normalcy. So the one trait that any stakeholder in this industry needs to have is agility. And right now we're in a context where there are many changes, regulatory changes, technological innovations that redefine the very basic things that we used to take for granted in how we do things. A very turbulent geopolitical environment and how that impacts the way we conceive of risk, the way we go about with our work as well. So like everyone else, I'm sure everyone in the industry is struggling with the same sense of adaptation to these new changes. We are as well, but we're trying to have the foresight to be equipped with the tools that will be needed in this new sort of era that the industry is headed towards. So we're excited in the way that we're investing in technology within our company to achieve efficiencies, to achieve, really comprehensive and sort of up to high standard results for our clients. And we're getting adjusted to understanding different parts of the world and what's happening there in order to give that nuanced understanding. And obviously the regulatory and the new regulator has now come in. All of us are trying to understand what will this mean for us, but also to clarify what we have already been doing and to really show that all clients have been taking this risk-based approach and that, to show with the sort of high standard existing practices in the industry.
So as a leader in this space, what do you see as the single most pressing issue facing the investment migration industry right now? And how would you approach solving it?
Yeah, I think what I just touched on right now about the changing geopolitical environment. I think the Caribbean countries' international partners right now have, their own concerns about where the industry is headed, their own sort of security and other considerations for people around the world getting access to citizenship. And so really where we are trying to come in is to try to factor in these sort of sensitivities and considerations into our risk analysis and trying to help our clients understand this changing environment, how this affects sanctions, how this affects, who is considered someone who's politically exposed. So just bring that nuance to our clients.
Well, on the other side of that, what brings you the most optimism about where the industry is headed?
I think I see a lot of maturity happening in the industry right now. The industry is, decades old, but it feels like everything is really coming together in terms of how to do best practice with risk analysis, how to, right now technology is really becoming part of our everyday lives, how to introduce that into the way we do things. So everyone is really adapting very quickly to all of these different streams. And I'm just excited to see how these programs will evolve and really set the standard for how citizenship by investment processes should actually happen. And the Caribbean has really gotten a long way into doing that. And if I can just add also really, really importantly, all of us acknowledge and understand how vital the revenues and the resources that these programs can actually bring to Caribbean countries' development. And I think, in the past few years, there's been a lot of emphasis on how this can promote tourism sectors, real estate investments, but now there's just a lot of creativity going into the different ways in which development can be better enhanced in these countries. And that's something I'm looking forward to see.
Nice. So, final question. What has been the most wonderful experience you've had here at CIS26 so far, and what are you looking forward to?
The saxophone yesterday, I really enjoyed that.
No, that's
But on a more serious note, I think just the insights that have been spoken at this conference and just getting indications for what the industry will be headed to, and just to see everyone in a space really trying to help each other out, coordinate with each other. Everyone feels like they have a shared interest in making sure that every work that's done is up to standard, satisfies all the interests of different parties, but most importantly brings the fruits of this program into these countries' development, as I just mentioned. So it's really good to see this hub being had for coordination, for sharing these thoughts. And I really want to thank the organizers for the great job done on making everything such a seamless experience for everyone.
Thank you very, very much. Something you just said that really touched me. We all have a share in this, a stake in this. All
Absolutely.
of us. Every single person that's here right now
Absolutely.
really does. I like that. Thank you very much for joining
Thank
us,
you.
and let's get back out on the floor.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.